Welcome to an angry book review, because we're angry and we're doing a book review.
Yeah, it's going to be very negative.
Book makes us angry.
My name is Kelly. This is
Cameron.
and
April.
awesome. And we are talking about this lovely-ish book, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. It's sold as the 8th book in the Harry Potter series and written as a play. But, yeah, we're here to tear it to pieces.
And share our feelings, which are negative.
Probably not literally, because it was expensive.
Oh, yeah, we're not literally tearing it. Yeah.
It was
We
expensive
respect
like
books, even if we hate
$20-something.
them.
Most expensive time vampire ever purchased.
Oh, yeah. $30. I'm sorry. I actually got 2 for Amazon, but it's $30.
Not that we
It's on the
suggest
cover.
buy this anywhere.
No.
Anywhere.
No, don't. Don't waste your time.
Don't touch it.
But if you want to listen to how angry we are, it's fun. Also, there will be spoilers.
Lots of spoilers. We're going to talk about like the entire book. We're going to go through it like play by play. It is a play, but play by play. Did I say play enough?
No.
Any dog would be excited right now. So, obviously, again, spoilers. If you haven't read the book and you don't want spoilers, don't watch this. If you have not read the book and you don't care, I don't blame you. You can watch this. And if you have read the book, just see if you agree with us. How angry we are.
Yeah.
Yep.
Agree, disagree. Let us know.
We start out, and it is the exact same scene as the end of Harry Potter 7. So we start out kind of familiar territory. We've got all of our favorite characters with their children.
Except for Hugo Granger Weasley, who is mysteriously missing from the entire book.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's gone.
He's
Rose
gone.
is there.
Rose is there.
Rose is there.
And she's awful.
Teddy Lupin's not there. He's not there.
Yeah.
There's a couple characters. Scorpius Malfoy.
He's there.
Albus
definitely
Potter.
He's there.
James is kind of there.
Lily's kind of there.
Yep.
Lily exists for a second.
Yeah, she exists.
Yeah.
She's
Um,
mentioned.
Yeah.
This book is mostly focused around Harry's middle child, Albus Severus, and at being a middle child, he has issues.
So
He
many
has middle
issues.
child issues.
No,
Probably
he
more than
has
he should.
Albus Scorpius issues.
That's true. He has that too. He has his own special issues.
He's a special kid.
So we start out, train year 1. Some stuff happens. He makes friends with Draco's brother, Scorpius.
Okay, so really it goes down more excitingly than that, though.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, it does! Because here's Albus and Rose getting on the train, like, we're gonna have such a great time, and they come into the train compartment where Scorpius is sitting all alone, and Albus is just like, why are you all alone? We're all first years, let's be friends, until Rose is like, but that's Scorpius, we can't be friends, because he's awful.
11-year-old
He's
drama.
Malfoy.
Yeah, he's a Malfoy.
Can't
They
Don't
didn't
talk to
redeem
those
him.
people.
They
Yeah.
didn't redeem themselves at all.
No.
Well,
So basically,
judgmental
it just goes
Rose.
downhill from there. And Albus, starting out as a perfectly decent boy who I was actually kind of proud of, is just like, I'm gonna be friends with him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be friends with him no matter what you say. Even if the rumor is he's Voldemort's child, that's stupid, and we're gonna be friends. And Rose, being very judgmental, says, no. And walks out of the train car.
Just she's gone.
She's gone.
For like the rest of the book.
Basically.
Yeah,
but
walked-
somehow in this
walked out of
segment,
his life.
Scorpius also decided that he was completely in love with Rose and was going to, woo her.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that was excellent.
Yeah.
The best part.
10
10 out of 10.
Yep, definitely. Great scene.
We get to the Sorting Hat. Ooh, of course, you could put in Slytherin. Oh, who could have guessed? Who could have guessed that? Plot twist, he's in Slytherin. He's a Potter in Slytherin.
Like, what? Taboo.
So Rose hates him.
Rose hates him
Yep.
because she hates Slytherins because somehow Hermione Granger is now the, Minister of Magic
Minister
now?
for Magic.
Minister for Magic.
Yeah.
Oh. And for some reason, she's allowed Slytherin hate and, houseism to exist in her house. And so little Rose is fervently anti-Slytherin. And so the second that Albus gets sorted into Slytherin, she's just like,
She hates him.
we can't be
more so
friends.
than on the
We
train.
can't be friends.
Power of Christ compels me.
So she avoids him like the plague, and basically immediately after being escorted into Slytherin, Albus goes from, I'm a good person who's going to befriend this lonely kid, to, woe is me! I hate everything. Everyone hates me. No one
We-
loves
I
me.
hate my
We have
Family.
decided that he is the combination of Harry Potter from the 5th book and Ron from the 4th book.
yeah.
And
If
the
you
worst.
do not understand that, read those books.
Mm-hmm.
It's the
It is
worst of all of
exactly-
those
And
traits.
it's
exactly what
like
he
throughout
is.
the entire book.
It never gets
So
better.
bad.
It never gets better.
Never.
It's
I
so
feel
bad.
like it gets worse. Some parts.
Yeah, it gets worse.
I
He brings
agree.
Harry
And
out.
like
with-
at this beginning part, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we go through that. Basically, as soon as he's sorted, we skip a year. So now he's in his 2nd year.
Yep.
And we cut to a scene where Rose decides she hates Scorpius again. Because
Uh-huh.
did we glaze over that? You said it a little bit, but we kind of glazed over it. Scorpius is supposed to be the son of Voldemort. We skip another year,
Mm-hmm.
and then something happens. I forget what happens
I
in that
think
one. There's like more.
There was flying lessons somewhere in there.
Oh yeah, there's
Was
flying
that
lessons.
after the first year or the second year?
I think it was the
don't
first
remember.
year. It was
Probably
the
first year.
Flying lessons, then it moved on like immediately.
Albus can't pick up rooms. He can't like hold his hand over and say up. Doesn't work.
Because definitely, as a child in the Potter Weasley household with, a mother who played professional Quidditch, totally there would be no Quidditch ever. None. They would never learn how to fly
They never
brooms.
tried it.
They all,
Never
No.
tried it.
all the kids would suck.
It was too dangerous. They might die.
Anyway, we're at year 4 now. Go a little fast. Go a little fast. That's what I thought. That's what we thought.
And then it's like
Yeah.
year 4, you're only on page like 30 or something.
Yeah, you're not very far in the book.
No, yeah.
And by this
Like,
point,
alright.
Albus is so far into the angst pit that you're kind of wondering if he starts to smell like angst when kids pass him in the hallway, and that's why they leave him alone.
So now they're on the train going to year 4. Amos Diggory had paid Harry a visit trying to get a time turner to go save Cedric because everyone knows that in the Harry Potter universe, the most tragic death of all was Cedric.
Definitely.
And he matters.
Status.
He was the only one that was killed as a spare. You killed a spare. Thanks, Lord Voldemort. He
Because
was
no
the
one
only
cares.
one else that
Oh, yeah.
no one cares about Fred Weasley. No one cares about Remus Lupin or Nymphadora Tonks.
Anyone who died in the Battle of Hogwarts.
Literally, and Colin Creevy.
Yeah.
Freaking Colin Creevy. He's like a 3rd year.
I know.
He's like a 3rd year child.
Because that's definitely
He
not a
likes to
tragic
take
death.
pictures.
Mm-hmm.
But they're on the
Yeah.
train. Albus convinces Scorpius that they need to leave now. Absolutely now.
Mhm.
On the train. Off the train. Jump off the train. So they try. And they're on top of the train. And then the trolley witch appears. And then her hands turn into spikes. She does, get this,
Freaky.
when she turns into spiky hands and gets all scary and like yells at them and says like, no one's ever gotten off this train. Not even Fred and George. She does nothing. They just jump. She's like, okay,
And she
jumping,
watches them.
my one weakness. They talk about it, like later she was super distraught that
Yeah,
she couldn't do
she
anything.
was.
It's like, she didn't even try.
No.
She's like, I have
She,
spiky
like,
hands.
went up on the
I have
roof.
spiky hands.
I mean, I
Get
don't
back
know
on
what
the
she
train.
expected to do with spiky hands. Just like stab him.
She was close enough. That's true.
Now you're on the train and impaled. All right, so they jump off. And now they go all the way to Old Folks' Home for Amos Diggory, because he's in Old Folks'
Which
Home.
I'm kind of, I don't know how they got.
Wizards have Old Folks' Home.
They
They don't have any like magical thing that can make them walk again. They can't just like tap their wand on their legs and make them walk. That hasn't been invented yet. It's Old Folks' Home.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
So they go and talk to him, and he's like, "This is too dangerous. You're like 12." And they're like, "No, but we want to." He's like, "Okay." And Delphi's all in. So they did it. They went to the Ministry of Magic.
Disguised as Harry, Ron, and Hermione, of
Yep.
course.
You following this? I'm not. I read
Yeah.
the book.
And to make it even creepier, Albus disguised as Ron in order to keep Hermione out of her own office, tries to get her to go away by telling her that they should have another baby. Or maybe go on a vacation because he's really not sure what he's saying. And then he kisses her a bunch because that's not weird. And then when he finally gets Hermione to walk away, he goes back in where Delphi and Scorpius are and is just like, "Hi guys, let's get moving." And Scorpius's response is just like, "Well, yeah, you kissed your aunt an awful lot." And he's just like, "Ron's an affectionate guy." It was weird.
And apparently,
Yeah.
Hermione's the dumbest person on the planet. Friggin' Hermione, who's
In this
11 years
book.
old and solved every single riddle through the entirety of the Philosopher's Stone journey. I just can't figure out that this is not the real Ron.
Yeah.
And just gets completely sidetracked on her way to her office, which is the Minister of Magic's office. And just like, oh, okay, I'll leave now. Hedwig could have figured out. She's dead.
I know.
Spoiler. Told you there'd be spoilers. That was from before, though. It was ridiculous. The whole thing was ridiculous. Now they have a time turner. They got out.
Yeah.
Great. They infiltrated the entire Ministry of Magic.
So then they have the time turner, and they decide, okay, we need to go back and save Cedric. Let's save him during the Triwizard Trials. And how are we going to do it? I don't know. We'll figure out something while we're there. But then Delphi's just like, oh, you can just get rid of his wand so he can't summon the stone dog to fight the dragon. And they're just like, that's awesome. So they practice the spell with her because, as we've established, they're bad at magic.
Yeah.
So bad.
So bad.
So bad.
And they don't want her to come back just because they can look like Hogwarts students.
But she can't.
But she can't, because
Durmstrang students. They were Durmstrang
Durmstrang
students.
students. Yep. So she gives them Durmstrang roads because, remember, she has this all prepared ahead of time.
Oh, yeah. She's way
Oh, and
Way
once they get to
prepared.
the past, they bump into Hermione and she's like, watch it! She's like angry. It's like, Hermione wasn't like that.
Nope.
She didn't like get accidentally bumped and was like, watch it!
Yeah.
Get out of the way. Stop it. Durmstrang jerks.
Yeah.
It wasn't-
Yeah. No,
she
it was
didn't
kind
do
of...
that ever.
Way overreacted.
She got mad at Malfoy once, but I mean, he had that coming for years.
Yeah, he
Oh,
deserved
yeah.
that.
She punched him straight in the face. It was awesome.
That was
She
only
didn't just
the
yell
movie.
at random kids that accidentally bumped into her.
Yeah.
No.
She was a nice person.
Yeah.
So they take Cedric's wand,
hmm
and hopefully the dragon doesn't kill him.
Hopefully.
Hopefully taking his wand during the dragon fight won't kill him, and it'll actually make him survive.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Because then they're in the future again. Because they only get to go back in the past for 5 minutes.
Convenient.
Convenient.
Yeah.
And so they go around, they get dragged out of the lake, they wander around the hospital wing because it seems like Albus gets like almost splinched on their way back to the
Yeah.
future.
Yeah.
Not sure how that
Injured.
Harry
works.
finds them with scar vision. He has scar visions now.
Yeah.
His scar hurts, and now he sees things.
Yeah, it's correct.
Because his scar's hurting again. He makes a big deal of, I haven't had this happen since
For 22 years.
Voldemort.
Voldemort's back. It's Scorpius' child.
Okay.
Rose doesn't exist anymore now. They came back to the future.
Right.
Harry's really mad because Bane told him, "Blow the dark shadow on your child." I'm Bane. I'm a centaur.
So centaur.
Mars told me that.
And Harry totally believes
Harry
him
believes him.
because it's
Hands
not
down.
like he wasn't told in the first book
Yeah.
that Bane hates humans. Bane especially doesn't like Harry. He doesn't like humans in his forest, and he wants them out no matter what. And he's totally not above twisting the stars to meet his own ends.
Yeah.
Totally not. And it literally takes 3 lines for Harry to go from Bane, what, to
Scorpius. Scorpius.
He's the Dark Cloud.
Grabbed him.
We need to keep him away. He's totally the son of Voldemort.
Son of Draco Malfoy. Scorpius. He's a problem.
But also, Hermione and Ron aren't married. Ron's married to Padma, we decided, right? It was Padma.
Patil.
Yep.
He's a ghost of himself. He hates
Yeah.
life.
He still loves Hermione,
He's
even though
kinda
he's married. It's
low-
great.
Yeah.
Life is great. Harry is Dolores Umbridge. It's the most excellent thing
And
ever.
Yep.
Hermione is the new Snape.
Yeah,
And
Hermione
this
is Snape.
Reality, yeah.
She yells at students for being late and 50 points from Gryffindor. You were talk out of turn 3 times.
Yep.
50 points each
I'll make it
time.
100 if you don't
Yeah.
sit down right now.
And it's all because she didn't marry Ron, because clearly the only thing from turning her into a crotchety old woman was
It's
Ron.
Ron's humor.
He keeps her sane.
Because it's
and
not
happy.
like she didn't have prospects before Ron. I mean, Victor
She could be a
Crumb
dentist.
was
True.
super there. Or she could have been a dentist. It's true.
No, they cover that. They cover the Victor Crumb thing is because the 2 Durmstrang
Oh,
students
that's
that bumped
right.
into her, she got mad at Durmstrang because she thought they ruined Cedric's chances and thought
Yeah,
they
they
were
did.
rigging the
They did.
game.
But she didn't go.
So she didn't go with Victor Crumb.
Kinda
Instead,
changed
she
things.
went with Ron, and then because they went to the dance together, they decided they weren't for each other. And
Yeah.
So they never dated again.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
Happy times all around.
Yeah. So anyway,
Harry decides, under his own mind, that Scorpius is this dark shadow in his son's life, and he needs to get his son away from Scorpius at all costs. Literally, at all costs. All.
Yeah.
No matter
Yeah.
what. He threatens
wiggle room.
Minerva McGonagall, who is now the headmistress, to bring the entire might of the Ministry of Magic down on her head if she does not keep an eye on his son at all times with the Marauders map and make sure he never goes near Scorpius Malfoy ever again.
Yep.
It's absolute bullshit. Harry would never do that. I'm an angry fanboy right now.
it's
Harry
true.
is not Dolores Umbridge. I hate this book.
Yeah.
It sucks.
And I
hate
mean,
it.
what kind of Harry Potter in any alternate universe gets mad at McGonagall and
For
yells
anything.
at McGonagall?
Yeah.
He respects the crap out of McGonagall. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. What in the
You
world?
don't yell at her.
No, you don't.
No.
And also, during this whole conversation, poor Ginny the Wallflower, who has about as much personality as a doormat in this book, is sitting there looking kind of horrified at how awful Harry is acting to McGonagall.
Harry, how could you do
Yeah.
this? It's not like Ginny was like the most stand-up-ish girl ever.
She was awesome.
She stood up to everyone's crap.
She's-
Everybody's.
Yeah,
She didn't take anything.
No,
she had like a bajillion older brothers. She
her
didn't sit
bad
there and
bogey
take any of
hex
that.
was feared across the school. Like,
Stupid.
no, but she has
Stupid
as much
garbage.
personality as a doormat.
Stupid. We're gonna go to the Sorting Hat songs now. We skipped that, but the Sorting Hat came out and sang songs, and they're like 3 lines long. I was like, this had like 2-page songs in previous years. It spends the entire year doing nothing but making these songs.
Well, I mean, except when it's, supposed to come to people's rescue and give them swords to Gryffindor, but...
We go back in time again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, go
Because
back
they
to the
decide
timeline.
they
We go back
didn't
in
do
time
good
again.
enough the first time, because, I mean, Cedric still ended up dead, and the
Yeah,
future didn't
no.
change because now there's no Rose, so it's a bad
Who do we wanna
change.
Cedric, who we want to save? He's still dead.
Yeah.
Go back. Go back.
Yeah.
Cedric
Yep.
Diggory. Most important.
Yeah.
100%.
And they meet
100%.
Delphi on the way to going back, and Delphi is just like, hey, you guys humiliated Cedric in the first act, and I think that's a great way of getting him to lose. So let's do
again.
that again.
Do it
Do
again.
again.
How, Delphi? Oh, I don't know. You'll think of something because you're such screw-ups anyway. And they're just like, oh yeah, I guess you're right. So they go back into the past and blow up Cedric's head.
Not
Like a
like
balloon,
exploded. Not exploded.
inflated his head like a balloon. So then he raised out of the water and could not do his task.
Yep.
And he was furious.
And he was laughed at.
And then he turned into a Death Eater.
Yeah,
Yep.
because then he
And he
felt
killed
so
Neville
humiliated.
Longbottom.
He hated everyone.
Yep.
Death Eater.
If you want to
Longbottom.
turn nice pretty boys into Death Eaters, just go back in time and blow up their heads. They'll murder
Just
they'll
make the
murder most
entire-
important character in the show.
Yep.
Wizarding world laugh at them.
Yeah.
And then
And that and laughing at Cedric changed the entire Wizarding world, because after their 5 minutes back in the past was up again, they moved to our future present thing again, but it's only Scorpius this time because Albus was blinked out of existence.
Yeah, he destroyed his own existence.
Yeah.
Because that can
Harry
paradoxes
got killed.
can happen.
Yay! So Scorpius gets out of the lake, goes, Albus, we did it! Realizes there's no Albus, is like, what the heck? Swims out of the lake.
And then
And-
Dolores Umbridge comes.
Yay! Dolores Umbridge!
Everyone's
Never heard
favorite.
about her.
And so
She would appreciate Bane's words.
she would. Except she likes Scorpius. Scorpius is her number one student.
He's
and
the
that-
Scorpion King.
He is the Scorpion
Yeah.
King. And as the Scorpion King, as a 14-year-old, he rules Hogwarts. Everything is his. Everyone looks up to him.
And he tortures Muggleborns.
Yeah, he decided to bring up and apparently
The
implement the kidnapping and torture of Muggleborns in the dungeons. They're screaming all the time. Our Scorpius is a little wigged out about all this, but he tries not to be, since clearly the Scorpius in this universe is supposed to be cold and murderous.
Yeah.
A girl comes out and is just like has blood on her shoes because she was torturing them and is really blasé. Oh, I have shoes. Blood on my shoes again? That's okay. Scorpius, let's go out.
Exactly.
Please go out with me.
Take
It's so
me to the
hot.
time.
I am like Penelope Clearwater for this generation. She sucks. I
Yeah.
hate her. I hate every fiber in her body. And I
Mhm.
only saw her on screen for like 1 second.
So, now that we've finished talking about, his encounter with Umbridge, where she's like, you're a little weird today, Scorpius, and he's just like, oh, I'm fine, I'm fine. He goes off to find Snape, because he's just like, Snape's probably alive in this universe, and let's find him, because maybe he'll help me.
Yeah, who's the one person you can trust in a dystopian Hogwarts future? Probably Professor Snape.
Probably Professor Snape.
So he finds him, and he tells Snape all of his own inner secrets.
Mhm.
Snape's like, how do you know all this? And totally believes him. And so then we go and find all of Dumbledore's army that was supposedly killed, but are not. They are still hiding in the Shrieking Shack because they haven't found anywhere better.
And by all, we mean the last surviving two, Hermione and Ron.
Yeah, there's like a couple other people, but...
No, they were it.
Really?
They were literally it.
I thought there was like one other
I thought there were
person.
other people in
I'm
there.
pretty sure it
Who's
said that they were
Snape?
the last ones.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Legit?
and they were it.
So sad.
Yeah, so they find Hermione and Ron and talk to them, and they're just like, man, this future is so screwed up. We're going to help you get back into the past at all costs. Because he needed to get out onto the lawns so that he could go back in time again and prevent them from ruining the first trial in the first place, so that it went back to normal because Cedric just needed to die. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they find him, they go out. Basically, it's a long series of everyone dying just in time for Scorpius to go back. But while we're in this future,
No.
I have a bone to pick about the depiction of Snape.
Okay.
Snape has always been a really polarizing figure. Like, is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? Is he a tragic figure? Is he kind of a jerk that was doing things good things. What is he? It's polarizing. I get that. I know where I fall. That's fine. But this basically doesn't take any of that nuanced aspect of Snape's character into account, and it's just like, Snape was the best, salivate, salivate, and just looks at him with this really rose-colored view with him as a hero.
He was not.
He was
really
not a hero.
No.
Mm-hmm.
He did some cool stuff.
Snape was all good in this one.
Yeah. He was basically basically the best. Is how Scorpius was talking to him and how he was acting, and it was just like, this isn't Snape. This is a really bad fanfic Snape from somebody who thought he was perfect.
Snape is new Dumbledore.
Basically.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it was... that I really had an issue with that.
They all got their souls sucked out. Ron, Hermione,
it's
Snape.
true.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. So, I mean, I guess he died.
And then they went back into the past and stopped both of the spells with Protego, and then it was all good. Everything was fixed.
Everything was fixed.
Yep, back to our good.
Back to the time,
reality.
and Scorpius met up with Albus again, and Albus kept trying to go back into the past. And Scorpius is just like, no, we're done. This is why it was awful. They meet up with Delphi, and they talk to her, and she takes the time turner. Turns out to be evil. No one saw that coming.
Ooh, she had silver hair and silver and blue
Yep.
hair. She's gonna be evil.
Yeah,
It's true.
yeah, basically. Also, I think
The
we've already
Diggories
pointed
don't
out.
even have a nephew or a niece.
No, they don't.
They never had an aunt. Amos Diggory was an only child.
Yep. We
He's
find
under
this
the
out
Imperious
when,
curse.
after the kids are missing for all this period of time, the adults are running around looking for them and talk to Amos Diggory and whatever. No one cares. So yeah, Delphi is evil. She's the child of Voldemort and Bellatrix Lestrange, because Voldemort definitely was capable of
having
lust.
children.
Like,
Even that. Well, yeah, lust and just even having kids.
apparently, she was born right before the Battle of Hogwarts, and
No one noticed. No one could notice an 8th-month pregnant Bellatrix Lestrange who was living in Malfoy Manor with the Malfoys,
yeah,
who are
totally.
in this story, still alive. Nothing happened to their memories. They would have known.
Yep.
That's true. They would have known about that.
They would have known. Well, at least Draco would have. I think it's very much implied that Lucius is dead, but
Probably of just natural causes.
Probably.
I don't think he was
Yeah.
murdered.
no. Except maybe by
Maybe
now.
Bellatrix just wore
Yeah.
really, baggy clothing. So nobody could tell.
Maybe.
Could
I
be.
don't know.
I don't know.
It was weird. And so she was raised by somebody else and kept in a cage or something. Was that just something I'm
No,
misremembering?
Yeah,
was
she
in
was
a
kept
cage.
in a cage
Yeah,
with
she was-
Okay.
some weird creature. What creature was it?
It was like
It's
a raven-ish thing
Yeah, some harpy.
called
It
an
was-
augury.
Yeah,
Yes,
augury,
yeah.
there we go.
So she tattoos it on herself and calls herself the augury in the grim dark future, where she's a right hand of Voldemort. So she hears that from these kids, then reveals herself to be evil, takes the time turner, and hides herself in the past.
Also, there's two prophecies. There's two prophecies. No, what? No, there's one prophecy. There's a weird prophecy that comes from nowhere. No one knows where it came from. No, who said it? I don't know. Hell if I know.
I
It's
feel like
just
they
there.
kind of explained that, but now I can't remember.
Clearly,
No,
it didn't make
It was,
sense.
it was
sense.
written on her
Came from-
wall.
Yeah.
She had a weird, regular room at this thing, and then you speak parcel tongue into the lamp, and it turns into a snake room. It's got a prophecy on the wall. I don't even know.
I don't even
Sure,
know.
that-
Anyway,
yeah.
it was about when the two spares are spared, then Voldemort will rise again or something. And she took
Yeah.
it to mean that Albus and Cedric needed to be spared because they were the spares.
I think it was just Cedric. They
Yeah.
had to spare Cedric, and then Albus had to kill his dad.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was in there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who came up with that prophecy? And then all that's said of it after that is that prophecies don't have to happen. And she's like, oh. And then she goes in the past and tries to undo the prophecy of Harry being tried to be
post-prophecy.
murderized by Voldemort.
Right.
By going back to Godric's Hollow and trying to stop Voldemort from ever trying to kill baby Harry. Because then baby Harry would never, rise up to fight him.
Exactly, and Voldemort wouldn't even be weakened.
And then Voldemort and her would be a perfect team because Voldemort loves people being a part of his team.
Definitely.
He would
And
have
totally
tons of love
wants
for
a
his daughter.
daughter.
Definitely
love
wants
for
a
his
daughter. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, they go back into the past. It's a great time. And, of course, these two are just like, oh, no, I think, did they hitch a ride with her? Or how does it work?
Scorpius, they were all fighting for it, and then
Yeah.
she hit it, and then she crushed it, so it's gone. Now they
Yeah.
don't have it anymore. She crushed it once they were in the past.
Yeah. But they're all three of them in the past.
So now they gotta figure out a way to communicate with the future. baby blanket. The baby blanket.
It returns!
Convenient
Oh my
plot
gosh.
device. Put a bunch of pearl powder on the baby blanket, and then when it gets love potions spilled on it in the future, you'll see the message.
So,
Ooh.
in the future, because that's how this works, Harry and Ginny are sitting there whining about how Albus is missing and how they're so aggrieved for their missing child. He's probably dead. Who knows what's happening?
My favorite part. Harry's just like, I need my blanket. It's Halloween. My parents died today. So he goes to grab his blanket. He's like 40-year-old man. He's like, I need my blanket today. I need to be with it. So then he sees the message on the blanket. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's so
Good
stupid.
stuff. And then
Okay,
yeah.
so now they know where they are in time,
Yeah.
but they don't know how to get there. They don't have a time turner.
Mm-hmm.
Malfoy does. Malfoy's got a time turner. It's perfect. It has no
Magic.
limitations. There's no 5-minute limitation on this time turner.
It's
And
the
they're just
best
like,
time turner ever.
How did you have this, Malfoy? And you're just like, my dad had it.
My father had a time turner. My father wanted the best time turner ever, so my father got a time turner. And then we have this still, but I didn't want to say anything because then people would have thought Scorpius was Voldemort's son because my father.
Okay,
No.
from his perspective, I can kind of see that, but still, the entire
can.
existence of the time turner was kind of like, what?
It was like, all right,
yeah,
here,
it was just convenient.
It was.
Deus Ex Machina.
Yep.
Yeah, that.
Anyway, so they find the time turner, and everybody in the plot goes back into the past. And there they all are, and basically they end up tricking Delphi into a church where they fight her.
Harry also uses polyjuice. No, he gets transformed into to be Voldemort.
Yeah, he gets transfigured.
Yeah, because he's just like, I've had enough of him in me that I know what he's like.
Oh yeah.
That's exactly how it done. Oh my god.
I'm glad you appreciate that.
This is so accurate, it hurts.
It was.
Ugh. So then Delphi's like, Father, don't kill the boy. There's a prophecy. You don't know the whole thing. It'll ruin you. And then Harry does a terrible job of playing Voldemort, and then Delphi knows, and then she shuts the door. She needed to go to the light for some reason.
Yeah,
She
they were going
walked
to attack
into the
her in the
light.
light because she was too close to like the exit before that or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But then
Anyway,
she wasn't.
What ended up happening is she trapped herself and Harry in a room apart from everybody else where they couldn't help, which is fine, I guess. But she's like, I'm more powerful than you. And Harry's just like, yeah, you are. That's cool. But it's okay. I'm about to die, but that's fine. But I've never fought alone because during this, little Albus, being tiny, has crawled his way through like a weird, I don't even know,
They got the
I don't
door
even
partway
remember.
open and he crawled through it.
or
I don't
something,
know.
and then opened it up to let
Yeah,
everybody else
I don't
through.
know.
I don't remember how he got through, but it was only
It
him.
was a tight space. Yeah.
And it was his redemption moment. He's still whiny and awful.
Never
I don't
redeemed.
think he'll ever grow out of that.
I don't think so either. He's just gonna be whiny and awful his whole life. Anyway, everybody comes in, they defeat Delphi, blah blah blah, yay yay yay, and then they sit there and watch from across the street as Voldemort kills Harry's parents. Because they're just like, we can't stop it and this is awful, because they're totally just, incapable of going forward in the future.
I feel like I need to reread the entire series 1 through 7, not this book, so then I can re-love Harry Potter.
Yeah, like wash this out of our
Yeah,
brains
exactly.
forever.
Like, can I
It
just
works.
remember the original story?
It works, guys. I've been listening to Harry Potter on audiobook while I've been driving around
Oh,
town.
yeah.
I'm almost through book 2 right now. Way better. Everything
good.
is right in my world
So
again.
much better.
I need to reread them all.
much
Yeah.
better. Thank you for watching our book
Yes,
review.
thank you.
I hope you enjoyed it. We did not. Not at all. Not
Well,
one
the
bit.
reviewing was fun, just
The-
not reading the book.
The reviewing was kind of fun.
Some of the rage. The fan
No, it's
rage.
fun.